guys? We're back for another Dokkan battle video. Alright, so today I want to do the top 10 category teams. Now, there's a couple factors I have in here for deciding what is the best category team in Dokkan. Now, this is just the category itself, right? And I'm really going off of three main factors. One is how good the category itself is. So this would include how well it could go through all types of events, right? So maybe defensive stackers would be good for long events. You know, like damage reduction units like Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta would be great for, you know, Super Battle Road, Dokkan Battlefield, stuff like that. Maybe overpowered units to get you through, like, just Dokkan events super fast, right? Like, I don't know, like SCR Cooler or like LR Tech Broly or something like that, just off the top of my head, right? Try and factor in, like, how good the category itself is. The size of the category, I think, is very important. That's very good for all players, right? Because, you know, if you're a free-to-play player, like, you know, Reps of Universe 7 could be so good, but it's all LRs and Dokkan Vest exclusives, so you might not have a lot of those major options, right? So there is that. Two, I think how good the actual leader itself is actually pretty important to this, because, you know, the main leader of the team is really going to be able, because you're using two of them, right? So it's very important that they're good. And then three, this is where I might get a bit controversial with this list, is its potential in the future, right? Like, I don't know, some categories could be really good right now, but like Shadow Dragon Saga, just for example, like we could pretend it's like a top tier category in the game, but like realistically, how much more Shadow Dragon Saga shit is there going to be in the future? Whereas like Goku Family, you know, literally every single update, there's like a new Goku Family unit being added, right? Now, to represent the categories, I picked basically the first leaders for a lot of these teams. So Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta is Fusion. SC Ultimate Gohan is Hybrid Saiyan. Int Angel Golden Frieza is Revived Warrior. Physical Super Vegito is Majin Buu Saga. The Int LR Vegito here is Patara. Int UI Goku is Realm of Gods. AGL Turles is Movie Boss. AGL Evolution Blue Vegeta is Pure Saiyans. Physical Future Gohan is Future. Jiren is Universal Survival Saga. The Ultra Full Power Super Saiyan 4 Tech Goku is Full Power. LR Super Saiyan 4 Goku is Goku Family. SCR Transforming Super Buu is Transformation Boost. Int Transforming Goku Black is Time Travelers. SCR Namek Goku is Super Saiyans. The AGL Transforming LR Gohan is Kamehameha. Cooler is Terrifying Conquerors. LR Vegito Blue from the 5-year anniversary is Final Trump Card. And then I actually do have Bojack on here for the Space Traveling Warriors. Now, speaking of Final Trump Card, let's go ahead and jump in. This is the number 10 team I have on here, Final Trump Card. Now, I could see a lot of people being a little bit upset with this, right? Because Final Trump Card is, like, I would say one of these categories that's, like, very, like, just like what, like, this is one that's talked about a lot for, like how strong the roster is. This is another category team that I do think will be a lot better as time moves on. And we do also have two really good leaders in Blue Gogeta and Blue Vegito. Like, if we're just going based upon leader skill, Vegito is the superior leader, because Patara is just way better than Fusion. I don't even really think it's close. I mean, Fusion just got, like, the best TUR by a mile, I think, in Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. But Patara is just is so much more balanced, so much more offense, defense, like all types of things. Whereas Fusion is mostly just like offense, right? Like it's just pure power, basically, is how Fusion operates. Now, the one thing about Final Trump Card, you have all these like scattered villains on here. If we got a couple of more of these villains, so like LR Merge Zamasu, right? Maybe like a new Demigra, a new Buhan, like an LR Final Form Cooler. Final Trump Card could have a very interesting sort of villain variant or villain build that we could rock there. And I think that would help it out quite a bit. This category will continue to grow at a good rate because, like, a lot of these fusions, DBZ, Super Gogeta, you know, Vegito Blue, Gogeta, like, all these fusions are always, like, the last resort Final Trump Card type shit. All Kaioken Gokus are on here. All Spirit Bombs are on here. So this category will only continue to grow as time goes on. It's very, very good. Very, very strong category. Now, this next one I think definitely could be a bit controversial. Let's Yeah, Space Traveling Warriors. Okay. Space Traveling Warriors. Now, the thing about Space Traveling Warriors is that this is a bit bigger, I think, than people realize. Now, the one area about Space Traveling Warriors is if we look at future potential, you know, maybe that's a bit limited, but, you know, same thing, like LR Final Form Cooler is definitely going to be something that would show up. You know, like a stronger Beerus. Like, I feel like Beerus from the Future Trunks arc, like an LR standalone Beerus that does the Hakai, would be on this category, right? And, you know, Whis is on there and stuff like that. God Topo. All of the Pride Troopers are on here. Coolers, Turleses, a lot of the Dragon Ball Z Friezas. Like, we're definitely going to get a Dokkan Fest for Dragon Ball Z Frieza. And the thing about Space Traveling Warriors right now, right? I've used this build a lot. I've talked about this build a lot. But you have two of the most powerful units in the game right now, Turles and Jiren, right? You run Turles and you have anything he needs to be at full power on one rotation, and you can run Jiren on the other rotation, and Jiren has anything he needs in this category to be at full power. So you have basically the two strongest, like, offensive units in the game, like turn one, like, offensive units in the game, running at full capacity on this team. And then Bojack himself is, like, ridiculous supporting this category, keeping things going. So this Space Traveling Warrior team, I think, is absolutely incredible. And the only thing I think that'll hold it back, like, it's got a great leader, it's got a great roster right now, but future additions to the team is sort of something I'm looking at, but we'll see, right? I guess Baby Vegeta, probably, like, Grade 8 Vegeta's on here, yeah, so that Dokkan Fest exclusive would be one. All right, so, you know, we'll kind of see how it's going to progress in the future. Next, we have Movie Bosses. Now, Movie Bosses is, like, it's funny, because this category, I don't think it's quite as big as some of the other ones around. Like, let me just, I want to take a look real fast at my box. I mean, this is kind of like off camera, but how many units do I have personally on the Movie Boss category right now? I have 79, right? And then, like, the Space Traveling, this is something I'm going to point out. The Space Traveling Warrior category, I have 146 right now. And then what was the other one? Final Trump card. I have 87. So, again, that's one thing I do. The bigger the category, the better, because just having more options is always a really, really, really good thing, right? So, Movie Bosses here, right? Movie Bosses is pretty good. The only thing I would say what holds Movie Bosses back a bit is this Dragon Ball Super Broly is great, but he did come out in 2018, right? Like, it's time, like, full power and Movie Bosses could use a better unit. This is where it's like, you know, rather than releasing these new shitty categories all the time, like if Janemba, rather than Mind and Body, like, stupid erosion, had, like, Movie Bosses instead, like, that would have been, I think, way better, right? Like, that definitely would have been a much more interesting build. And then, like, double Janemba as a sort of leader, like a floating leader, I think could work fairly well, right? Now, Movie Bosses is very, very top heavy. Again, Turles, Bojack units, Broly units are really, really powerful. It looks very small and unimpressive, but, like, again, you've got almost all you need right here. You know, I'm actually going to do a change on the fly. You know what? I'm looking at it. I'm thinking about it. We're going to go ahead and drop Movie Bosses to 10, actually. Yeah. Listen, like, it's like I kind of, like, come up with a lot of my talking points ahead of time. I build ahead of time, think about it. But I think I'm actually going to slide Movie Bosses to 10. It's very, very good. But Final Trump card, I think, is sort of formulated a little bit better in terms of, like, you know, certain types of supports and stuff like that. You can get to run. A lot of the fusions work great. And again, Movie Bosses, the thing about that is it's extremely top heavy. But, I mean, you know, you do have the Janembas who are invincible, the Super Janembas. You've got the Coolers and stuff like that. This is, again, just another one of these teams that, as time goes on in the future, that's where things are going to start to look a little bit interesting. Like, a lot of the top 10 categories I have right here, again, a lot of what I'm looking in and factoring in is future potential. To me, that is very important, because otherwise, who cares? Like, if the category is so good right now, but it's just never going to improve, like, who gives a shit, right? Like, you want, like you can almost sort of, like, be like a free-to-play player and decide to build around certain categories. Like, I'm always going to summon for, like, top-tier units released for, like, these couple of categories, something like that. Not the worst idea. Next, we have Goku Family. Now, Goku Family is very, very powerful in terms of the roster. I would actually say I think from this point on, this is where the next couple of categories upcoming actually, I think, probably have some separation from maybe the bottom three. Again, Space Traveling Warriors, just Jiren and Turles being able to go at full power is just so crazy for that team. Now, the Goku Family category, I believe this is going to be the second largest category that we have on this top 10. I have 198 units in my box centered around the Goku Family category. I think you probably easily could make the case as this at number one, because if you look at the quality of category leader, we have, you know, LR Gohan and Goten and LR Super Saiyan 4 Goku, both still very top tier units. You have a variety of different sub leaders as well, which could be good for like Dokkan Battlefield. That's another factor. You've got your stacking units. You know, this is only, it's impossible. Like, they release a Goku or a Gohan like every 5 minutes. Like, it's, you know, like they're literally, this is always going to be improving. Always. There's going to be new leaders. So Goku Family just has like almost infinite potential. And then there's certain characters like Bardock could get a lot more. Grandpa Gohan could get a lot more. And we do also have to factor in the hovering 6-year anniversary, right? Like Goku Family, Pure Saiyans, Realm of Gods, you know, like probably Kamehameha, Final Trump Card. A lot of these teams potentially are going to be getting major buffs depending upon what the top two units are. The LR 6-year anniversary units. I really think it's just going to be UI Goku and Evolution Blue Vegeta. But I mean, I guess if like Jiren somehow is one of them, like that's a huge buff to Space Traveling Warriors. Like if it's like a transforming Jiren into full power Jiren, like imagine running that with LR Jiren. That would be disgusting. So, you know, there's the 6-year anniversary. What's funny about me doing this now, I think January is the proper time to do this, but the 6-year anniversary like changed, like completely shakes everything up, right? So, okay. So we had Goku Family right there. Next, I believe, is Universal Survival Saga. Okay, so next we have the TOP. Now, the reason I have Tournament of Power above here right now is I probably would say with all the top tier units here, it's a bit better, right? Because like you think about Jiren, you think about Goku and Frieza, you think about Angel Gold and Frieza, you know, you have a lot of what you need to sort of get shit done with this category team right now, right? And then obviously, again, me putting the Universal Survival Saga above Goku Family, I definitely is me just thinking about the 6-year anniversary. We already know UI Goku is going to be a huge theme. We're going to have a standalone mastered UI Goku for the first time, right? Just Goku Ultra Instinct. There's going to be all types of stuff. We know UI Goku's coming out, and like that would be a huge buff to the Goku Family team. But like the Universal Survival Saga team, like probably like nearly every unit released is going to buff that. So like part of that is me like a little bit of forward thinking about what is going to come very, very soon. But again, like you have like look at this section of LRs right here. And the thing about the Universal Survival Saga, which really no other category can say on here, none of the categories I've got on here can say, is that they have a universal key link, basically. Tournament of Power, which is a 3 key link, which makes all these LRs ridiculous because they all share Tournament of Power, Fierce Battle, and Legendary Power. Like, that's a lot already. Then a lot of these guys have, like, you know, Godly Power, you know, different links like that. So, this team is really good. And there's still, like, they've barely even scratched the surface of what the Tournament of Power has to offer. I expect, like, an LR hit. I expect Dokkan Fest God Topa. I expect LR Kefla. You know, like, we don't really, like, Goku and Vegeta fight so much in, like, Base and Super Saiyan and Blue, and we just don't really have, like, full representation of all of the fighting they do. Like, there should be a really good, like, standalone Base Goku, who's either, like, a good defensive unit or, like, a support-type unit for Tournament of Power or something like that. I think that's something that could be really good for us to see, right? All right. Next, we have Kamehameha right here. Now, I definitely could see a lot of people being frustrated with me having Kamehameha at 5, but it's just one of those things where the top 4, I think, are a bit silly. And then again, when we factor in future potential and stuff like that, and then also what it's got right now. The one thing I will say, though, is that currently we only have just this LR Gohan as our category leader. I mean, we're definitely due for a new Kamehameha leader. Like, you know, I don't know, like if Mastered UI Goku is like Realm of Gods and Kamehameha, could you imagine? That would be the leader everyone runs all day long, constantly. Now, Kamehameha, how many units do we have on this one? We have 164, so pretty large. People always go on and on and on about how, like, all the Dokkan Fest LRs are on here, except for LR Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, which obviously means a lot, right? Because, you know, those are, like, the cream of the crop, basically the best units in the game, Dokkan Festival exclusive LRs. You have so much on here. I might move Kamehameha forward. As I'm really thinking about it, as we're doing this, as I'm talking about this team, because, like, you have so much here, right? This is one of those large categories where, like, you know, you're going to be good in all types of events, because you have short-term great defensive units like LRUI Goku, STR Goku and Vegeta, God Goku. You even have Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. You've got all the stacking units you need, like even LR Gohan, who's the leader. You have ridiculously overpowered, like, offensive units like Rose. You've got LR Cell. Kamehameha might be bumped up. Let me see what's next. We have is Transformation Boost. I might. Let me take a look. How many units are on Transformation Boost? Because Transformation Boost, the thing about that is it's a little bit better off in terms of, like, supports. So the one thing I would say that does sort of hold Kamehameha back a bit, right, is that you have all of these different types of units, right? But, like, you don't have really, like a just good, like, strong overall sort of, like, support type unit, right? Like, I would always argue, like, the reason I think Realm of Gods, I'm going to take that over Kamehameha, is, like, yeah, it looks so impressive when you just think, like, Super Saiyan 4 Vegito, you know, Blue Kaioken Goku, STR Namek Goku, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta right there, this Xeno Super Saiyan 3 Goku, and you got LR Rose Goku Black. Like, you have all these crazy options together just slammed on a team, but you don't really have great support type units to sort of make everything work together. You know, you can rock, like, this Super Saiyan 2 Goku right there, who's good, but, like, we need, like, a Kamehameha 2-key 40% attack and defense support type unit. Just that'll, like, if we had that, and again, it was like a base form Goku or something like that, that would be ridiculous for this team. Now, Transformation Boost, again, the thing about Transformation Boost, I think it has a much higher ceiling than Kamehameha. Yeah, Kamehameha is great, right, with all of the, you know, Goku units that are always going to be added and stuff like that. But the thing about Transformation Boost is that, like, every, like, Cell, Frieza, Cooler, Majin Buu are just, like, auto put on here. Janemba, right? Then all the transforming hero units, all the Super Saiyans transforming, all get put on here. When you talk about future potential, to me, Transformation Boost is huge. And then it does help that they have one of the most impressive and, like, I would say, like, best functioning leaders here in the SCR Cooler. I am comfortable with Transformation Boost slightly ahead of Kamehameha because, again, you know, you have the God of Showcases Kid Buu down here. You know, you have a number of units. Bojack can support Space Traveling Warriors that really do function as decent support type units. This cell is on both Kamehameha and Transformation Boost, but he does only impact Extreme Class. You do have Golden Cooler, who is a universal support, which is good. I think I'm going to keep Transformation Boost in front for now. Let me just go ahead and grab the third team. All right, so 3, we have Buu Saga. So now at this point, I would say it should be fairly obvious how exactly this is going to start panning out, right? Now, Buu Saga, for the longest time, had a lot of units, was very good, but it just did not have a good leader. Well, now they have, I think, the best unit in the game as the leader, right? And this is a unit that is good literally everywhere. There's no spot in the game where this unit is not, like, super mega top tier. I guess maybe except for, like, I don't know, a world tournament. Who cares, right? You have all these top tier LRs. You have just so many units, so many overpowered units, easy A units, support type units for every situation. You know, we just got another freaking LR with, you know, LR, Bobbity, and Buu. Like, it's insanity. This team is so powerful. I definitely like this team above Transformation Boost, above Kamehameha. Maybe the future is a bit brighter for Kamehameha and Transformation Boost, though. But, I think Buu Saga is probably quite a bit better than those two other categories, like, right now. right? Now obviously, we are eventually going to get an LR Kid Buu. That's going to happen. We're going to get probably the LR Super Spirit, like another LR for this moment of Goku, like, like transforming into Super Saiyan, the full-on animation and stuff like that. We probably are going to get that at some point in the future. But, like, besides that, I guess Majin Vegeta, we don't have, like, the updated animations for Majin Vegeta. Trunks and Goten could probably get something better. I guess, like, an LR Ultimate Gohan and LR Gotenks. Yeah, they're actually... there actually is a lot still to come, huh? Yeah, Buu Saga's pretty silly. A lot of fan-favorite characters in Buu Saga. A lot of very profitable characters like Vegito and stuff like that, Ultimate Gohan, that are in the Buu Saga as well. All right, so next, we have Realm of Gods at number 2. Now, the top 2 categories I have on here is, I will fully admit, and then, of course, number 1 is Pure Saiyan. So we can just sort of talk. Again, I would say the top 5 to me is pretty close. A lot of these lists, I felt really, really good about the top 5, and then the bottom is where I'm a bit iffy. This one is the opposite, where I think sort of like the, 6 to 10, I'm pretty comfortable with how they look, but I think 1 to 5, like, you easily could, like, I think rearrange this pretty easily. Like, if someone is adamant that they think Kamehameha is 1, like, I guess I would say I do sort of get that, right? Now, let me see. So, Buu Saga has 147 units on it, which is good. Obviously, that's a very large category. Realm of Gods is at 95. But then one reason I like Pure Saiyans is number 1. This is the largest category in the game with 248 units. And guess what? I think both 6-year anniversary LRs are going to be on there. Both 6-year anniversary LRs are going to be on Realm of Gods. So it should be pretty clear to you guys that one reason I have these guys 1 and 2 is they literally are about to get obviously the 2 best units in the game are going to be directly added to these categories right here. Now, again, we look at Buu Saga. I talked about it, like, they're top down. It's very good. Leader is amazing. Future, I guess, is a bit iffy, at least for now. I don't think they're not going to drop LR Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks, LR Ultimate Gohan, stuff like that, like, anytime soon, I don't think, right? But, like, Realm of Gods, this is a team that has everything you want, right? Like, even though it's only got 95 characters, which is a bit lower, right? Like, not even above 100 characters, compared to, like, Kamehameha or something like that. But you have LRUI Goku. I mean, right away, Goku Family, Universal Survival Saga, Realm of Gods, Pure Saiyans. Any team where you can run this guy and then presumably the LR 6-year anniversary Master UI Goku together in a rotation, that's probably going to be like the best rotation in the game. They're very likely to share all 7 links. They're going to be incredible offensively and defensively. That's what's crazy. Now, one reason, here's the thing. I actually would say that the leaders for Realm of Gods and Pure Saiyans right now are, I would say, not as good for their teams as Buu Saga, as Transformation Boost, as Kamehameha, as Universal Survival Saga. LR Jiren is a great leader for that team. Goku Family, Super Saiyan 4 Goku and stuff like that. Or even Budokan Goku, obviously, is a great leader for Universal Survival Saga. So, like, already, Pure Saiyans and Realm of Gods are losing to a lot of the other teams on this list. Like, nearly every other team, I'd say, has a better fit leader. Like, Beerus is incredible. I actually don't like Beerus that much as a Realm of Gods leader. At least with how Saiyan dominant it is, right? Like, you want to run LR God Goku, UI Goku, the Blue Fusions, Blue Goku and Vegeta, right? The Resurrection F, Blue Goku Easy. You want to run all of those characters, but they don't work the greatest with Beerus, right? Now, Beerus can make it work, especially if you're fighting a Realm of Gods category enemy, because at that point, he is creating Rainbow Orbs, which is super, super good, right? That's a really powerful ability. But I just think, like, we could get a better leader for this team, and then, like again, if this guy was more than 130%, that would be good. If the Mastered UI Goku is actually going to be, like, Realm of Gods 170% or something like that, like, shit is going to get real. Like, it is going to be beyond crazy. You also have, like, virtually all you need. You got the defensive stackers in here. You have Physical Vegito Blue is something. How many categories is Physical Vegito Blue in here? He's in Realm of Gods. I mean, he's not in Buu Saga, but the leader skill, Buu Saga / Battle Wits, he's on there. He's not in Transformation Boost. He is on Kamehameha. No, 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 He's on there, and he's not on there. Man, that's another dub for Kamehameha, though. To have physical Vegito Blues EZA in there. Whew, boy. And then Pure Saiyans, I mean, dude. Literally the only thing, like, it has the highest potential of any category, because it's Pure Saiyans. Goku, Vegeta, Broly, Bardock. Like, that, at literally every update, like, one of those characters comes out. Like, even more so, because, like, Goku Family, it's like Goku and Gohan are constantly, but then, like, when you had, like, Vegeta, Broly, Goku, like, that's, like, the golden trio of money-making for Dokkan, right? Like, yeah, they're gonna release them constantly. You have all the stacking units, damage reduction units, dodging units. Literally, like, it has a perfect roster. It's too big. You can do literally anything you want. Over in a flash build, shocking speed build, prepare for battle build, whatever you want. Rainbow orb changers, anything you need is on here. Literally all they need is a better leader. Transforming Vegeta is a good unit. He's not a good leader, right? Evolution Blue Vegeta is a good unit. He's not a good leader. God Goku's only 130%, but he wouldn't, like, you know, he'd be good if you're going to do an over in a flash build. If they drop standalone Evolution Blue Vegeta as the 170% lead of this category, and he's, like, really good or something like that, dude, it's just going to be ridiculous. So, I think I probably am going to end it like this. Yeah, Realm of Gods 2, Buu Saga 3, Pure Saiyans 1, Transformation Boost 4, Kamehameha 5, Universal Survival Saga 6, Goku Family 7, Space Traveling Warriors 8, Final Trump Card 9, and Movie Bosses 10. I would say I'm comfortable with this list as is. The only thing, maybe I would move Kamehameha and Transformation Boost. You know, I think I will. I think that's the one change I will do, is we're going to swap Kamehameha and Transformation Boost. Outside of that, I think this is a pretty good top 10 here. Top 10 categories in Dokkan right here. Again, I'm factoring in how good the leader is, although I know, again, I just made the case that the leaders for the top 2 categories on here suck. Well, at least suck for the team. But literally, I think that's about to change. Like in 7 days. So, and then obviously, you know, Buu Saga, you know, so again, how good the leader works for the team, how good the leader is, how, like, good the category itself is, you know, for all events, you know, stacking units for long events, like damage reduction units, dodge units for short turn events, and then, of course, the future potential, kind of how we're doing this. So, let me know what you guys think. Thanks for watching. Catch y'all next time.